How is it to be on the road again?
It's great, man. Just had a long one that first time and took a little while to recoup from it, but we got hungry again, and it's good to be back out here and playing some shows.
Okay, that must be awesome. Because you got a brand new CD, Away from the Sun, and I just wondered, it's already platinum in the United States.
Yeah.
So I wondered, how are the reactions in general, just the press and the public or the fans? Or
It's all been going good so far. We've been getting some good turnouts to the shows, and we always get, to be honest, we always get the bad reviews. But everybody, it seems like everybody that sells any records gets bad reviews, And it's always the off the wall bands that they give the great reviews, and then that band's gone next year and that sort of thing. So we really don't mind getting the bad reviews, but the fans are loving it, and that's who's important. And the shows have been great.
Okay. And how was it for you guys to make the second record? Because the first one was such a success. Maybe.
Oh, it was just, it was basically, there wasn't a lot of pressure there that didn't exist. It wasn't there before, We just felt like we had to just keep doing what we were doing and just kind of sustain our life and our career. But we didn't really pressure ourselves as far as writing. We just got in there and did it the natural way that we've done it before. And, really didn't think about it until, the week before it came out. I guess that's when the real pressure hits, is when it actually gets packaged and, it's in the stores. So
it's like, oh, shit. It's time to see what happens.
Yeah. Okay, because maybe you can tell something about the realization, because I heard that you rented a house especially for that, and how long did it take exactly, the whole process of writing songs and the mixing and mastering?
Well, when we got off tour, we came off tour and we sat on our butts basically for about 3 months just to unwind and like I said, get hungry for music again. And then we just rented a little house on a little lake and out somewhere where we wouldn't be disturbing anybody, and got out there and wrote this record in a much shorter time period, but much in the same way that we wrote the other record, just in somebody's, because the last record was always in somebody's house or Todd's trailer or this or that. So it was pretty much written the same way the first record was, just getting in there and jamming and just seeing what came out.
Especially the end of the album, it fully rocks. There was a kind of a surprise. Was it on purpose because of?
Yeah, it was kind of cool to make it build all the way through this time, because you always want to just kind of like take the listener on a ride, You don't ever want it to be so like soft song here and then just banging song here, You just kind of take it for a ride, and it seems that this record kind of ends on a little jammier note than it starts out on, Mm-hmm. And or actually it starts out pretty hard, and then it takes a little down swing there, and then comes back up and rocks some more at the end.
Yeah, one track I really like was Dangerous Games. Maybe, really? I really like, because it really starts a little bit soft, and then the guitars just go in, and I wondered just where is it about, because we're pretty heavy lyrics, I must say.
Yeah, that song is actually one of the songs that we didn't write while we were writing this record. It's a song that's been around for a little while, but it was around the time when we were having a lot of almost like street shootings in the States, when we was having a lot of drive-bys and this and that, and it's kind of died down. That's died down a lot in the States in the last couple of years. But at the time, there was a lot of this and that going on. And that song is just kind of talking about that whole thing that was happening there, and just asking, how long are you going to keep this going on, or because it really is a dangerous game that they were playing there, and it's just like the lyric says, when it's all over, basically, will you start it over again or will you be gone, and so that's basically what that song's about.
Okay. Oh, that's fine, because I really think you guys grew sonically, also lyrically, I must say. Yes, and most songs are about on the road. Like, for instance, for When I'm Gone, it was about loneliness, or how should I?
Well,
I write it in the bio, but I don't know.
Well, When I'm Gone is somewhat about being a little lonely, and it's that was actually the only song that we wrote while we were on the last tour. We wrote When I'm Gone while we were on tour down in Puerto Rico, actually, in a nice place down there. And so Matt had the lick for a while, and I had these lyrics, and I write them on a plane or something going down there that day, and then he played that lick during sound check, and we put it together, and it stayed pretty much the same. But the song is just kind of about being lonely, but it's also about having needs met at the time that you need them met, you know. And it talks about a lot of different things really fast in the chorus, you know, and it's all about in particular needs and having them met at the time that you need them and having that person to do it, you know.
You also got nominated for a Grammy.
Yeah.
Was it that must be, how do you deal with that kind of appreciation? How do you?
It's cool. I mean, we had been nominated for a Grammy off Kryptonite for one, and then we got nominated for two from When I'm Gone, and we didn't win any of them, but it don't matter. It's just cool to be nominated and be in the, just have people hold you up in the same class with some of the people in the categories we were in, like Bruce Springsteen and U2 and this person and that person. It's just cool that to even be put in the same class with those people. Winning, we honestly weren't disappointed at all that we didn't win. I mean, it would have been cool to win, but there was absolutely no disappointment, you know, and it was just cool to be nominated. And if you think about it, only 4 times as many people have ever been nominated as have won one. You know what I'm saying? If there's 4 artists in each category, you're still in a pretty. It still seems to put you in a pretty elite group just being nominated. So it's an honor.
Yeah. And how big are you exactly? Because the first one did some like 6 million, I guess, and this one also is going up. And how you play? How do I see that you play like big arenas there, or how do?
Well, when we started out this record, we actually started in some venues. Maybe about the size of this one, maybe a little bit bigger. But it seems like, especially with the time off that we took, and excuse me, with the time off that we took, you kind of, you know, people tend to forget you pretty quick. So we just kind of took a couple of steps back and started in the smaller places to just to play it safe. We didn't want to be playing an arena and it be half full, you know, and so we just wanted to play it smart and moving up to the arenas this tour actually, and it was cool to go back and play some of the smaller places and kind of get that whole vibe back again rather than stepping right back into the arenas. But when we go back to the States, we will be in the arenas this time, and boy, they're fun too.
So it was just to test the new material, that kind of stuff. Okay. Definitely. And I just have to check this one. Oh yeah, you got also. You also got finally a permanent drummer. I've heard, or what's that story about? I guess.
Well, we got a new drummer this tour, and I'm pretty sure he'll probably be around for a while. And he's a great drummer. I played the drums on the first record, and we had Richard tour with us on the first record. And this I wrote the drums for this record, but actually got Josh Freese to play. I'm the drummer for Perfect Circle and various other bands. Great drummer, and just by chance, which seems to be how good things happen a lot. We ran into Daniel while we were up in Vancouver, British Columbia, mixing the record. He just came in the studio one day. We heard a CD that he played on. You know, he didn't come in looking for us. He was actually coming to see somebody that worked there, and he's like, "Hey man, you want to try out?" And he's like, "Yeah." I mean, we had tried other drummers for this tour and tried them for a couple of days, and you know, it's like maybe they're just not feeling it, you know, because they've never just like really hit it off with them. We played 2 songs with Daniel, and we was like, that's him right there. Right. And couldn't ask for a better attitude out of somebody. And what a great drummer he is. He's a good guy and a good drummer.
Okay, yeah, it's just a feeling, I guess. You, especially with a drummer, just have to fit, I guess. Definitely. Also with.
And we felt it immediately. You know, it was nothing like the previous guys we had auditioned or anything. It was just an immediate. That's the guy. And as musicians, it's almost like starting a new band or starting in a new band is almost like learning another language, because a band kind of speaks its language through music, and when you come into a band, you might sort of know what's happening, but the more you play with each other, you just get that vibe. And me and Matt, we've been playing together for so long, we could sit there on stage and play for 4 hours and never even look at each other and I know exactly what he's fixing to do. He knows exactly what I'm fixing to do. And you just grow together. And I think when Daniel, the more he grows with this band and gets in that, it'll just be better and better.